Hi y'all. So I've been making updates on my community page as far as the last visions and dreams that I put out. Uh so in order not to have and it gives me a way to give a visual, you guys. And I when I went to check my community post, it seems as if there's not. I guess after like seven posts, you don't see the rest of them. So I just wanted to make y'all aware. Just stuff is coming to pass so fast. If I made videos, it seems like I did like four posts yesterday. So if I were to make a video every time I have a part of a dream come to pass, especially now, I'd just be worn out. I'm worn out now. Okay. I'm going to share the two visions that I said I was going to make on last Sunday. I had a back to back vision of a bright, it was more white. This is an old picture. I think this is an old picture. Oh no, this is actually of the comet. So I saw them in the sky and they were actually white, like this one down here. Okay. Um, so I seen, like I said, I had the open vision on Sunday. I had the open vision on Monday. Same thing. I saw the same thing, you guys. I feel like somebody posted about this, and I just don't know who. I seem like it seems like somebody had already posted about it. Um, let's see. I feel like I had the visions before then too. So I looked it up because I was looking up the date. I already had started looking it up yesterday, and it seemed like when I was watching Bear's video, he mentioned the date. I was like, oh, wow. It seemed as if he said May 13th was going to be the conference on ID 2020, Bill Gates. So I was like, this sounds familiar. So I went back to the article, and I was just thinking, I know it was on May 13th, but actually, I think he said May 14th when I went back to re listen. So that's how I got into looking it up. I don't want to disregard, okay? I didn't want to disregard. I just had other stuff that I wanted to put out first. And I still have that fourth part of the dream that I never put out. It's lamentations, you guys. It's like, Lord, how much bad news can we have? So like I said, I started looking this stuff up because I thought there was a connection. I thought that May 13th, even though I think it was May 14th, I was thinking, oh man, May 13th is a mirror image to this. But what I found interesting about this comment, uh, it says that picture you guys saw was a picture that was taken because it's already starting to brighten. Uh, Continues to brighten much faster than expected. Also, on May 31st, it will pass deep inside the orbit of Mercury, and if it can survive the blast furnace of solar heating, it could put on a good show. And I don't think I copied and pasted it here, but it talks about how there's been a drought of comets coming into the, I guess, into our atmosphere. Even though I saw Mr. MMBB333 post a video on a comet, a sun diving comet that caused a CME. Okay, I was thinking when I saw that this morning, I said, well, I got to do the video. But I was thinking this thing here says that we have a drought. The article says we have a drought of comets. Anyway, it says right now the comet is releasing a huge amount of gas, and that's why it's brightening so fast. And it says that it could become visible to the naked eye as early as April. This is the part that got me, that kind of was making me think. It says current best estimates of the comet's peak brightness is in May. If the comet hits the high end of that range, a bit brighter than Venus, it could become visible in broad daylight. I'm thinking, is this thing actually going to become brighter than Venus and then be bright in the daytime? I'm thinking, Lord, surely you won't let this thing get brighter than you're coming. Then you're coming, right? Surely no light could surpass Jesus' brightness. So I actually was thinking this. I was like, is this going to get brighter than Venus? Because they're saying it's so bright right now that, it's getting brighter and brighter. It says, look, the prediction for the peak brightness now border on the absurd. It brightens, it's brightening much faster than expected. I don't know, you guys. I just don't want to disregard it. But the first thing I thought was, surely the Lord won't let this thing get brighter than Venus. It goes to talk about how it could break up, but if it doesn't break up and it gets in the orbit of the sun, perhaps it could hit the sun and all that stuff. But the date is what initially took me here. Aside from the fact that I felt like I needed to do it, me having the vision 2 days back to back, you guys. I don't know. My attention is just drawn to that. I've learned not to disregard things like that. When I kept getting visions of the volcano in Hawaii, well, it was the third longest eruption in history. Okay? When I kept getting visions of the airlines, well, we kept having problems. And I think they were predicting that the airlines like South 737, 787, 767, I think 767 is military. Um, it was always something. So when I keep getting reoccurring open visions, especially, I feel like the Lord's, just really pounding away. Okay? And that usually only typically happens with open visions. Another thing, you guys, before I end, I had a dream last night, um, uh, and it was of a guy in a military suit, like an army fatigue, okay? Um, and for whatever reason, he was in my close proximity. It seemed like it was dark outside, and I want to go shake his hand, and he want to like fist pound me. Like, no, we don't. It's not. We can't shake hands. It's like we don't do that. And he want to instead like an open handed shake. He want to like fist pound me. Okay, guys. And I was thinking, well, oh well. Um, and he himself wasn't even protected. You'd think he had on some gloves or something, but I just thought like, okay, stink self. You don't have to shake my hand. So right now, excuse my house. Right now, they have the governor, and he said he is giving the police and the law enforcement authority to disperse any gatherings of three or more. And just before that, the news they have officers, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, officers. checking ID, so you can't go to the beaches. So if you don't live there, you can't go to the beaches and stuff. But the governor, for him to, he's just making an official announcement that the law enforcement has any um, right to break up any types of gatherings of three or more and consider them to be like nuisances in malls or any types of other areas where they don't want us to congregate. Okay? DHEC says 298 confirmed cases in South Carolina. Wow. Um, what else? I just thought, and they're of course, they were talking about social distancing. Okay, they're taking this thing a little bit too far. You can't be in a mall parking lot. Not that anything's really open. They said only essential businesses, like restaurants, people like that, could be gathered together. But the law enforcement has the right to kind of like break up any type of gathering of three people or more. First, you guys, it was like 10. I can't. This is the first time I've watched the news, and I'm probably not going to watch this whole thing, even though I probably should. But I just wanted to pick those two open visions and that dream, that part of the dream out, and maybe I'll come back and put the other part of the dream out. I'm tired, you guys. I put some interesting um, updates on my community page. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna use that as a tool. I have so many videos that I can do. I'm just tired. Okay, you guys. So right now, hopefully I'll be able to come back if I can get another good night's rest.